I am, as I said, Nusrat, but fundamentally my job is to be the warm-up act to Tasmina. Can we have a massive round of applause for the woman that's got us here this morning? Now, this event is about launch of a fantastic initiative to get women together. So I'm really apologetic about now having to thank a man, but I have to. And I need to thank Mark Dunford. Mark, where are you? Oh, can we please congratulate and thank Mark? Mark is the Director General for the Institute for Cultural Diplomacy, and basically he's made this happen here today with Tasmina, and this is why we are here, and I'm so grateful to both Tasmina and, of course, to Mark. So I know that many of you have been with Tasmina for a couple of days, and this may be your day 3, having a fantastic conversations, networking, and working on dealing with issues around diplomacy, politics, power and the economy. And today, with Tasmina, we are launching the Women of the World Alliance. Is that absolutely right? Thank you, Tasmina. And it's about us women, when we've reached our positions of authority, how we can network better. And it's not just about making friendships. It's about using the power that we have to make better decisions. And often many of us women in this room have travelled this journey alone, but there's no need for us to continue on our next journey by ourselves. And we can work with like-minded women who've got experiences that they can share with us to enable us to be even better performers, better decision makers, whether those are in politics, in my case, diplomacy, or even in the economy. So this event today is incredibly important. I know that many men over many generations have had the space that we are trying to create for ourselves. And it is so important as the world becomes even more complicated, even more disparate, I would say, that we can work with each other and work on our shared values, principally, in what we are trying to achieve individually and also on behalf of our countries, and then together as partners as well. It's interesting, I'm standing next to UK Forum on Cultural Diplomacy, because I'm not the most diplomatic, Tasmina. I'm the only member of parliament ever in our history to be sanctioned by the Chinese Communist Party for not being diplomatic, but showcasing what I believe is their threat to our peace and security, and also the way that they treat the Uyghur community. I'm also sanctioned by Putin for setting up an international tribunal to be able to collect data and hold him to account on the war in Ukraine. So I'm not the most diplomatic. Thank you so much. But Tasmina and I have never been women that have been told to do the right thing when it comes to peace and security and stay in our shadow. And that's what we're here to do, to make sure that we are networking incredibly well and ensuring that we are able to deliver the next stage in our careers. And many of you keep reflecting on my chairing of the debate, which took place a few weeks ago. And I just want to share some reflections on that. My role as Chairman of Ways and Means has existed since the 1600s. That's how old we are. And I began chairing the chamber around 1861. Prior to that, Mr. Speaker would have to chair the chamber the whole time. And before the Chancellor was over at number 11 Downing Street, the person who did my job would be delivering the budget. But over a period of time, it became transparent that the Chairman of Ways and Means would deliver the budget on behalf of the King and not the people, so they chopped our heads off over a period of time and then finally said, we'll put a Chancellor over in number 11 and my job is to deliver the budget. I did indeed get a huge amount of coverage for chairing the budget, and I mentioned to my table earlier on, all I did was my job. When women are allowed to do the job on their own terms, when they're allowed to use the power that they have been gifted, we always do well, don't we, women? Yeah. It's very rare that we fail. But the reality is that even when we are interviewed and compete and get to those top table jobs, there's always an assumption that we just cannot cope. That somehow we'll crumble, we won't be able to cope, and we can't reflect well on the people that have put us in that place. But the reason that we're here today to show that actually all of us have succeeded in our careers. Not only can we cope, we are going to continue to make really strong decisions on behalf of our company, our community, and most definitely our country. We've got so many phenomenal women here today. I've just met this wonderful PhD student from Afghanistan. I worked in Afghanistan after 9/11. We are so grateful that you're here. Can we have a round of applause for her and her community, please? And we've also got the youngest member of parliament in Turkey, a phenomenal 29-year-old lovely young lady here today as well. She was, I think, over the last few days reflecting on not only the fantastic work that you do, but you constantly commented on how you dress and how you look, which is not a conversation men have to deal with. But we just need to keep going and keep pushing that putting that aside. We've got the former DG of UNESCO, which I'm very excited about. So give a fantastic round of applause for her being able to achieve that job. And there are many more people, so I can't go through all of them. I've actually got a couple of decent blokes in the room, but I'm loath to mention you publicly, take the shine away from the women. As I said, I'm just the warm-up act. Tasmina's going to take over now, have a superb breakfast. I'm so grateful that you're here, and I'm looking forward to working with all of you in the near future. I don't have your contact details, I'm so sorry, but Tasmina will be ensuring that we can meet with all of you. Tasmina and I came into politics at the same time, on the opposite sides of the house, so we didn't agree on anything, I think, at any point. And Tasmina and I did a lot of media together. We agreed on nothing on telly. But when the cameras were switched off, I saw a really clever, smart, strategic woman. The fact that she's got time to do this blows my mind. And she has so many opportunities to work for so many institutions, but the fact that she chooses to do this, to support other women, is unheard of. She's giving up her free time to do this. And the fact that you aren't snapped up all the time for lots of other work really surprises me. If you haven't snapped her up, snap her up now. But the work that you did on international issues, especially on diplomacy, peace and security, and for the, I don't want to say this on the record, but for the Scottish economy, because it's one economy altogether. But we're not going to have an S&P spat now, are we? But she does phenomenal work. So Tasmin, I want to say personally, we miss you in the house. And the fact that we've worked together on and off for 10 years is fantastic. So thank you so much for being here today.